Hey everybody, I just figured I'd give you guys an update. There's nothing much going on today, but as far as our IVF is concerned, we had to push back a couple things for this month. We had wanted to be able to do the payment for the IVF this month so that we could go and spend our time in Mexico for June, but we're pushing it out until July because I think I mentioned in my other video that we own our own businesses, and so all of the benefit and all of the bullshit falls on us, and that's a blessing in and of itself, but it makes us have to recalibrate a bit. So the doctor's going to keep me on birth control for a couple more months, or at least until June, which I was supposed to stop in May. So I'm going to stay on it until June, which is fine because I'm not really seeing any difference in anything right now other than my cramps have stopped. Yeah, oh God, that was like the worst shit ever. My cramps have stopped, and I don't even know what a period looks like anymore, but that's good because I bled like Moses parting the Red Sea for damn near a month. It almost fucking ruined my wedding, but the universe is so wonderful that all stopped. So we pushed back our payment for our IVF until the end of this month, and then pushed our time frame out until July. Now the challenge is Mexico, the part we're going to, Puerto Vallarta, is really busy in July. That is like high season. So we have been scavenging everything from Airbnb, which is astronomically ridiculous. I do an Airbnb from my home. I was actually thinking on bumping it up to 2 rooms instead of 1, but the way they have now allowed people to set it up as a business and the way people's minds and greed go, you can't even negotiate, at least in America anymore, for rates. People are just like not playing the radio with negotiating anymore. The wonderful thing about Airbnb, and I've been on them for years, was that you could reach out to the homeowners and negotiate rates. If they wanted $50 a night, you could negotiate based on your length of stay, and be able to play around with the numbers, and they would get back to you and they would work out arrangements with you. I've traveled internationally through Airbnb for 3 years now, and what I'm experiencing with Airbnb now really fucking sucks, because they are just as bad as the hotels are now. And it's just a business and it's a thing, and it's awful now. It's really awful. And I was like their Go Team Airbnb cheerleader. So we've been scavenging Airbnb. I've been on Cheap Caribbean for all-inclusive packages. And my IVF coordinator has sent me some really good links and map links so that I can kind of try to coordinate my own. They have their own B&B that they use, but I'm extra frugal. Bottom line is I'm cheap as hell, and I'm not trying to pay somebody mortgage. I got my own. So for the length of time we have to be there, which is about a month, give or take, because I'm just real leery about travel immediately following transfer. I really want to stay there through my beta test to make sure everything, sticks. So we've been looking at some options for long-term rentals. So I've been on TripAdvisor, Cheapo Air, Cheap Caribbean, Airbnb. They've sent me links. So as it stands now, I'm looking at spending about 6 weeks in country. Baby's gonna have to come back before me. We're debating on we'll have one of the mothers come and stay with me when he has to leave. We haven't quite sorted out that detail yet, but that's what we're looking at right now. In the meantime, because we had to push back our payment for our IVF, the donors that we've picked out may or may not be available for that particular time frame. So the challenge is finding a donor who has frozen eggs available during the time we're there. They have plenty of donors, but we picked our donors based on specific wants and wishes for aesthetic and blood type and height and weight and educational capacity and blood type and all that. And it took the better part of a month to find these donors. So now the challenge is whether or not they'll have eggs available from that particular or those particular donors when we're ready. We picked out 3, and hopefully one of those 3 will still be available. Hopefully our first choice will be available, but I doubt it. The way things go. And I'm real specific about genetics. I'm a genetic snob. I mean, if I'm gonna spend this kind of money to venture into having our child or children, then I'm gonna get as much of what the hell I want as I possibly can. And so I'm not looking forward to having to revisit the whole selection process again. But it's just part of life. It's what happens, because we had to shell out a shit ton of ass load, a fuck ton of money in the past 30 days. So we just have to push it out, and it is what it is. So that's my little setback right now. I'm still going to stimulate my own eggs if I can. So we're going to try to do a tandem cycle. Yeah, so we're going to try to do a tandem cycle. So that way I'll stand a chance of getting maybe 1 or 2 of my own eggs. And if not, we still have our donor, and we can kind of get it done all at the same time, which is really great about the tandem cycle. So who knows? Who knows what'll happen? I'm outside right now, as you can tell, walking through my property. It's a hot mess out here. Like, it's springtime in the South, and it's beautiful, but that just means yard work. And I'm back again to needing house help. I don't need house help in the fall and the winter because ain't shit growing. But I mean, let me show you. It looks like the jungle going on up in here. Like the jungle. Welcome to it. And I got like 15 unclear acres of stuff. I bought some new goats. I'm hoping the goats will help do some stuff, but the way Billy Rocket is set up and the way Goaty is set up, no, they not really about the eating the grass life. I might share the link at the bottom for my other YouTube channels for my goats and my farm and my attempt at homesteading, but I might not. I don't know. I'm just going to see how I feel about that. But I just want to update you guys on what's going on with our IVF, which is not much. But I do want to say big thank you to Live IVF and Dr. Stetson and my coordinator, Sergio. And I look so forward to meeting these guys. I look forward to meeting my embryologist and just the whole process. And yes, in the back of my mind, I have some angst and some concerns, but all things considered, I'm okay. I'm trying to lose like 10 or 15 vanity / necessary pounds just because if I make it, I make it. If I don't, I'm don't. I'm not trying to really stress myself out on that. I am older. I am Southern. I am black. I am a woman. And all this right here, this all me. This took 40 plus years to get accomplished. That's an accomplishment right here. So we're going to see. As long as my blood pressure is great, my sugar's great, my body mass index, well, that ain't really a scale used for us. But it'll be all right. But I did take a little bit of a step, and after the wedding, I started doing the keto diet. I ain't never dieted in my life. The vapors. So I started doing the keto diet, and we'll see how that works. All that's doing is making me hungry and angry. And then not smoking is making me hungry, angry, and agitated. And then I started with that whole vinegar, lemon juice, baking soda, first thing in the morning. Now that stuff works like white lightning. I don't know, but I have noticed I don't have as much belly bloat going on. I am impressed, and just from Sunday till now, just a few days, at least the belly bloat is gone. So I'm gonna stick with that along with keto and hope I don't pass out from nutrient deprivation. And I'll just keep you guys posted. This one is a little longer, this video, than I expected, but I thank y'all for keeping up with me. And just tell your friends to like and subscribe. There is nothing scripted about my life. It is unscripted, but I'm glad that there are people sharing the journey with me and that have similar experiences that can relate and that offer me well wishes. And thank you guys for sending me messages. I feel great. Like, I feel like Charlie Sheen without all the other shit. Like, winning when I get messages from you guys, when I get like real messages, like well, I'm gonna go play with baby Billy Rocket and Goldie and feed my chickens and see if I can drag down this damn food for my pigs. So I will touch bases with you guys later. I hope you're having an amazing day. And yeah, from my heart to yours, be good to yourselves. Love you. Love me. Bye.